Hello and welcome to tonight's matchup between the Immanuel Lutheran Lancers and the Augusta Beavers for senior night. Starting off today will be the C team matchup. And starting off the serving for the Beavers will be number 16, Walmsley. It'll be an ace under the hands of Hamilton to start, and the Beavers lead it early 1-0. And Walmsley will serve again. That one, once again, drops by Hamilton. Miscommunication on the Lancer side once more, as after two straight aces, the Beavers lead it 2-0. To the back, this one received by Nelner. Sido sets it up for Green, who will tip it over. Saved. And set across for number 3, Robinson off the net. Saved by Sido. Sent up by Lamphere, and just over by Nelner. That one to the back corner, drops down on the back corner line as the Beavers now lead it 3-0. Received by Hamilton, sent back, and just gets over, sent immediately back, tipped, and miscommunication once again, this time by Hamilton and Nelner, as the Beavers now lead it 4-0. And an early timeout by the Lancers. They are currently not being able to put anything together. Lots of miscommunication, 2 aces. They trail it 4-0 into the first timeout. Back from the timeout, Beavers, after 2 straight aces, currently now lead it by 4-0. And Walmsley will continue to serve, as we have a line judge change as Sawyer Sido heads to the bleachers, and Sophia Carstensen will head into judge. Good tip over by Green, saved and sent back. This one received by Hamilton, will send it back as well. Just finds the net. Eichstead can't quite tip back over. She was in the net and sent it into the net. Regardless, it'll be Beaver point as Tanner Quaid, who is our other line judge, has been replaced by Leah Thompson. That one sails off the sideline, and the Lancers get their first point of the night. Cuts it down to 5-1. And number 16, Maggie Sido, will serve. Had a lot of good serving bouts last home game where they won their first set. There's a nice one there to the middle. Saved. And set up for number 23, Butler, over the net. Running save by Hamilton. Finds its way over. Diving save. Tipped twice. And just sent over by number 3, Robinson. Set for Eichstead. She'll just bump it over. Easy receive. And set over. Saved by Eichstead. Good tip over by Green to the back. Saved. And sent under the net by number 23, Butler, as the Lancers now bring it within 3, 5-2. And Sido will head back to serve again. Nice big spot up in the middle. It's where she usually finds her aces. That one just bounces off the net. Saved, sent back off the net, and sent over. Drops it down nicely. Lamphere couldn't get back to save it. Sido couldn't give up to save it either, as the Beavers save the serve off the net and get the point, as now number 11, Miles, will serve. That one set too far for Sido. Sent immediately back by Robinson and off the hands of Hamilton and out of play, as the Beavers now lead it by 5, 7-2. Serve to the back, received by Hamilton. Sent up by Nelner, and just over by Eichstead. Saved and set back to the corner, too far. That was number 3, Robinson. Couldn't quite get it onto the line, as the Beavers now lead only by 4. And number 14, Anna Eichstead, will head back to serve. Now one into the net, and the Beavers will get it right back as their 5-point lead as well, as number 12 and number 4 will switch spots on the bench. Torgensen for Meyer. And number 23, Butler, will serve. Received by Lamphere. Sent up by Eichstead, and Lamphere can't save it off. Not Lamphere. Green can't save it off the pole, as the Beavers now lead it by 6, 9-3. Received by Eichstead. Sent up and over by Hamilton. Set across for Goetz. And Hamilton can't make it in time, as the Beavers going to get the next point. And Goetz will get a kill. That one off the hands of Hamilton, out of play. Another ace for the Beavers. They lead it now by 8, 11-3. Serve to the back, received by Nelner. Sito sends it up, and Green will tip it over. Sent back, and off the hands of Nelner. Shouldn't have touched that one. It was sailing out. Knew at the moment she put her hands up, that was number 12, Torgensen, who's going to get the kill on that one, as Butler continues to serve now with a 9-point lead, 12-3. Lofts it up, received by Lamphere. Sent up by Eichstead, almost straight up. No other Lancer had a chance of even getting to it, as the Beavers are now halfway to a set 1 victory. Lancers halfway to 6. Beavers still going strong. This one received by a sliding Nelner. Sent back and over by Green. Received, just tipped over too far. Also was a lift. Regardless, point will go to the Lancers, who have now cut it to 9, 13-4. And number 12, Kaylee Lamphere, will head back to serve for the first time tonight. High one to the middle. Saved. Sent up. And into the net by Goetz, as the Lancers bring it within 8, 13-5. Another high serve from Lamphere. Sent across. For number 12, Torgensen fading away. That one off the ceiling. Diving save by Nelner, and Lamphere ends up catching it. Probably couldn't have made that one over. That was well off the back line, as the Beavers get it back and extend their lead back to 9, 14-5. And Robinson will serve, received by Eichstedt. Sito sends it up, and Nelner will send it into the net, as the Beavers now with a double-digit lead, 15-5. Received by Green. Set for Nelner to the back. Sent over by Torgensen and under the net by Lamphere, as the Beavers now lead it by 11, 16-5. And Robinson will serve again, trying to extend their now 11-point lead. Received by Eichstedt. Sent up and over by Green. Across for number 2, Goetz, who will send it over. Sito going to set it up, and Nelner going to tip it over. Good spot. Lunging save by Robinson. Can't get it to fall, as the Lancers have now cut it within 10, 16-6. And number 13, Kira Green, will head back to serve. Into the net, and the Beavers will get it right back. They now lead by 12, 18-6. Sorry, 11, 17-6. And I'll go right back to the Lancers, as Goetz will serve it into the net. Lancers back within 10, 17-7, as Eberhardt will enter for Hamilton. And number 17, Miley Eberhardt, will head back to serve. Straight into the net. Back-to-back-to-back net serves for both teams as the Beavers back with an 11-point lead, 18-7, just 7 points away from taking the first set. And that one's going to find its way over, received by Eberhardt. Set back and over by Sito. Sent up, across, and just clears the net. That'll be number 11, Miles, who's going to get the kill under the hands of Lamphere in the second timeout for the Lancers on the night. They trail by 12, 19-7, just 6 points away from losing the first set. Back from the timeout, Lancers currently trail by 12, 19-7. As number 12, Torgensen, will continue to serve. Received by Lamphere off the ceiling, and Green can't get to it in time. Came down faster than expected. Ace for the Beavers. They are into the 20s with a 13-point lead, 20-7. Just off the net, diving save by Nelner, sent up and into the net by Eichstead as the Beavers now lead by 14, 21-7. That one finds its way under the net as the Lancers get it back, now trailing only by 13, 21-8. And number 4, Meyer, will enter for number 12, Torgensen. And number 3, Alex Nelner, will serve after Hamilton enters for Eberhardt. And Nelner's serve goes under the net. And the Beavers get it right back, just 3 points away from taking the first set and sending us to the second set in just a little over 10 minutes. Number 16, Walmsley, who served first. Serving again, trying to finish it off. Hamilton sends it up, and Green somehow gets it over. And sent back immediately by Eberhardt. Tipped back over by number 23, Butler. Sent back and drops it down nicely as the Lancers bring it down to 13 again, 22-9. And number 16, Maggie Sitter, will serve again. That one into the net as the Beavers are now just 2 points away, leading by 14, 23-9. That one right through the hands of Hamilton as the Beavers are now just 1 point away from taking it, currently leading by 15, 24-9. That'll be number 11, Miles, serving for the win. Received by Hamilton. Sito set for Lamphere, just clears the net, saved, sent up, and over by Goetz. Received by Nelner. Hamilton sends it straight into the ground as the Beavers win it by 16, 25-9 in the first set, which only lasted a little over 10 minutes, about 13 total, as we'll be back in about 3 for the second set. We are back and ready to begin the second set. Beavers won the first one by 16, 25-9. Serving first for the Lancers on this will be number 16, Maggie Sito. As lineups appear to be good. And we are ready to begin. Service by Sito. Good spot, saved and set across. And just finds his way over the fingertips of Eichstead. That was Miles. Who's going to get the kill as the Beavers strike first early again and lead it 1-0. And number 16, Walmsley, will head back to serve. Received by Hamilton. Sito sends it up, and Eichstead will bump it over. That one into the net by number 4, Meyer, as the Lancers have now tied it up at 1. And number 14, Anna Eichstead, will head back to serve. To the back, received, sent across, and over by number 3, Robinson. Sito will send it back, and Eichstead will send it over. Sent immediately back by Butler, saved by Eichstead. Butler sends it immediately back again. This one's saved by Sito, and can't get out of the way in time as she sent that one straight up. Green took a dive onto Sito as the Beavers now lead it by 1, 2-1. Good spot there. Nelner can't get to it in time. That was Miles who will get the ace as the Beavers now lead it by 2, 3-1. That one into the net as the Lancers get it back and cut the lead down to 1, 3-2. And number 12, Kaylee Lamphere, will head back to serve. That one just off the top of the net and back. Almost a great serve, just need a little bit more. Couldn't get it, and the Beavers now lead it by 2 again, 4-2. As number 12, Torgensen, will enter, and number 23, Butler, will serve. And Dobb will enter for Hamilton. To the back, received by Eichstead. Green sends it up, and Sito will send it over. Saved, sent up, and over by Butler to the back, off of Lamphere and the hoop, and drops down onto the Lancers side as the Beavers now lead by 3, 5-2, and Butler will continue to serve. To the back, received by Eichstead. Sito set, too far, sent immediately back, and drops it down nicely, 2 feet from the back line. That was number 3, Robinson, who gives the Beavers now a 4-point lead, 6-2. Received by Eichstead. Sito sends it up, and Dobb will switch hands and send it over. Miscommunication on the Beaver side by 12 and 2, Torgensen and Goetz, as the Lancers bring it within 3, 6-3. And number 13, Green, will head back to serve. Received by Butler, sent up, and over by Torgensen, received by Sito. Lamphere sends that one into the net, can't be saved off the net by a lunging Dobb, as the Beavers once again lead it by 4, 7-3. And number 3, Robinson, will head back to serve. Off the hands of a diving Lamphere and out of play. Another ace for the Beavers. They lead it now by 5, 8-3. The back, received by Lamphere. Sent up by Green, and sent immediately back by number 2, Goetz. Over the hands of Dobb and Green, as the Beavers now lead it by 6, 9-3. Received by Lamphere. Dobb sends it up, and Green gets it over and drops it down off the hands of number 2, Goetz. Huge save by Green. Just got it on the right side of the antenna. Just got it over. And went weirdly off the hands of Goats and on to the Beavers side as the Lancers now trail it by only 5, 9-4. And number 11, Dobb, will serve. Saved by Butler. Set across and over by Goats. Received by Lamphere. Miscommunication by Eichstead and Dobb. Eichstead the only one in the area. Dobb had to run over and try to get it. Didn't have much of a chance on it. That was definitely in Eichsted's area as the Beavers now lead it by 6, 10-4. And number 2, Goats, will serve. That one straight into the nets, and the Lancers will get it right back, now trailing only by 5. High serve. Good dump, sent immediately back by Green, sent immediately back again, and that one's going to fall. Walmsley and Green go at it. And Walmsley sends it to the back and drops it down as the Beavers now lead by 6, 11-5. And number 4, Meyer, will enter for Torgensen. And number 4, Meyer, will serve. Under the net as the Lancers bring right back down to 5, 11-6. Both teams been trading points for the last few points. Trying to break that will be number 16, Maggie Sito. Good spot, lunging save. Sent up and over by Butler, received by Nelner. Sito sets it up for Green, who will tip it over. Saved by Butler. And dumped over, saved by Green. Nelner sends it up, and Sito's going to send it over. Saved by Walmsley. Butler set for Walmsley into the net, and the good volley will result in a Lancer point as they now bring it down to 4, 11-7. Hamilton will enter for Dobb. And Sito will continue to serve, trying to start him on a run and bring him back from a 4-point deficit at the moment. That one just clears the net, saved by Walmsley. Set for Walmsley. That one finds its way over and drops within 2 feet of the back line. Nelner thought she was farther back than she was, tried to let it go. Did not work out very well as Walmsley will head back to serve, now with only a 5-point lead. To the back, received by Hamilton. Eichstead sends it up, and Lamphere will just get it over on a diving attempt. Sent back by Butler off of Hamilton. Nelner gets it up, but farther back into the wall as the Beavers now lead it by 6, 13-7. Serve to the back, received by Hamilton, straight into the net. Ace for Walmsley, and the Beavers now lead it by 7, 14-7. Good spot, received by Green out of the ceiling. Sito going to tip it over, saved, and sent over by Butler. Drops it down nicely between 4 Lancers as the Beavers now lead by 8, 15-7. And Walmsley will serve again as Eberhardt enters for Lamphere. Good spot, diving save by Nelner, finds his way over. Saved, sent up, and too far by number 3 Robinson by about half a foot. As the Lancers bring it back down to 7, 15-8. And number 14, Eichstead, will serve. Good spot, off the hands of number 4, Meyer, and out of play. Ace for Eichstead, and the Lancers now within 6, 15-9. Received, and went for the set, pulled off at the last moment as the Beavers Now only leading by 5, and the Beavers will call a timeout. Currently up by 5, 15-10. Back from the timeout, Lancers within 5, 15-10. Green still serving. Good spot to the back, saved. Set up, and over by Butler, received by Nelner. Hamilton sends it back, and Eichstead can't quite get it over off the bottom of the net, as the Beavers now take a 6-point lead, 16-10. Service by Miles. Drops down an ace on the hands of Eichstead. They now lead it by 7, 17-10. Now on off the top of the net and drops down on the center line. As the Beavers now lead it by 8, 18-10 after 2 straight aces for Miles, looking for a third. Off of Nelner, off the ceiling, and she'll find it as it drops down onto the Lancer side. 3 straight aces for Miles. Beavers now lead it by 9, 19-10. Starting to pull away into the late teens, looking to find the 20s here. Like I said, they'll send it up, and Sito will send it sideways onto the Lancer side, as the Beavers have found the 20s with a 10-point lead, 20-10. And Miles will serve again. Lunging save by Nelner, sent up by Sito, and well off the sideline. Beavers now lead by 11, 21-10, and are just 4 points away from taking the second set and the game. That one into the net, and the Lancers will get it back, trailing now by 10, 21-11. And number 17, Eberhardt, will serve. Under the net, and the Beavers will get it right back, now just 3 points away, as number 23, Butler, will head back to serve, and Torgensen will enter for Meyer. And Lamphere will enter for Eberhardt. And sends that one not even to the net on a roll, as the Lancers cut it back down to 10, 22-12, and number 13, Kira Green, will serve. To the back, received by Butler. Sent across and into the net, and a lift by Torgensen. Lancers now within 9, 22-13. Received by Butler. Sent up and ends up setting it too far and dropping it onto the Lancers side. No reaction from Hamilton, as Helmsley will give him a 10-point lead once more. Now just 2 points away from taking it, as number 3 Robinson heads back to serve. Received by Sito, high to the ceiling. Green sets it up, and Hamilton will send it over. Saved by Miles. Set across for Goetz. Received by Lamphere. Set back for Eichstead. She'll find it over. Saved and set for Goats again. Just when she's going to bump to the back. Saved by Eichstedt. Green will set it up for Hamilton, who will send it over. Saved. Set up. And tipped into the net by number 12, Torgensen. That was 4 hits. Yeah. Yeah, 4 hits. Lancers will cut it back to 9, 23-14. Sent up, just finds way over, sent immediately back by Green, and she'll drop it down as the Lancers now within 8, 24-15. Service by Hamilton. Receive, set back, and into the net. Lancers now within 8, 24-16, 23-16. Served by Hamilton, saved, and sent over, lunging save by Hamilton, and into the net as the Beavers now lead. I don't know what they're going to say. Lancers were in the net, and they'll continue to serve. Now within 7, 24-17. Scoreboard's a little off. Hamilton sent that one too far. And because of the scoreboard being off, we're going to end this one early again. Final score going to go down as 25-16. Beavers win it by 9. Third and final set will be in about 3 minutes to decide if the Lancers can take a set or the Beavers will take all 3. And we are back and ready for the third and final set. Lancers lost the first 2, trying to at least take 1 tonight. Beavers trying to finish it off in 3 as number 16, Wallamsley, will serve. Beavers started out with the first point in the last 2 games. See if they can do so here as well, as lineups appear to be good. And we are ready to start off. To the back, received by Sito. Off the light. Eberhardt sends it back, and Dobb will send it off into the Lancer bench as the Beavers once again start out on top, lead it early 1-0. To the back, received by Sito, sent all the way back, saved, set up, and under the net by Robinson as the Beavers now tie up with the Lancers. And Eberhard will head back to serve, trying to give him a lead. Some JV starting to emerge from the locker room, getting ready to start their game at the conclusion of this set. Set across for Butler over the net. Tipped off of Eberhard and out of play as the Beavers now lead it once again by 1, 2-1. And number 11, Miles, will head back to serve. Received by Green. Siddle sends it up, and Eichstätt will tip it over. Saved, sent up, and over by Butler off the hands of Dauber into the stands as the Beavers now lead by 2, 3-1. And a little more JV start to emerge. Just a few left as Miles will serve again. Off the hands of Green and into the wall. Another race for Miles, under point for the Beavers. They lead by 3, 4-1. Received by Ellington Green. Sent up by Daub and over by Sito. Sent up and over by Butler. Running save by Daub. Finds it over. Saved and sent immediately back by Butler. However, she was in the net, so the Lancers will bring it down to 2, 4-2. And number 14, Anna Eichstätt, will head back to serve. And that one off the top of the net. Go right back to the Beavers, who are now within 3, 5-2. And Torgensen will enter for Meyer. And number 23, Butler, will serve. The back, drops it down on the back line. Ace for the Beavers, they're within 4, 6-2. To the back, off of Eberhard. And to the stands as the Beavers now lead by 5, 7-2. Running save by Eberhard. Sent up by Willits. And cannot be saved by Sito off the net. As the Beavers now lead by 6, 8-2. High spot to the back, received by Eberhard. Sent up by Green and backwards by Willits as the Beavers now lead by 7, 9-2. Willits to the back and too far off the sideline. Good pull back by Eichstätt as the Lancers cut it to 6, 9-3. And number 2, Willits, will head back to serve. Received. And tipped off into the net by Willemsley. Try to just tip it over and drop it down right in front. Ended up landing it on the top of the net and rolled back to the Beavers side. That's what sends a high one. This one received by Willemsley. And set for Torgensen, who will tip it. Saved by Willits. Sent up by Eberhard and straight back down off the ceiling. And the Beavers will cut it to 6, 10-4. And Robinson will serve. Received by Eichstätt. Sent up by Green. And back to Green by Daub. As the Beavers now lead by 7, 11-4. The back and a little bit too far as the Lancers will now cut it back to 6, 11-5. And number 16, Sito, will head back to serve. Good spot. Running save. Sent back by Miles. Sito tips it up. And Willits will tip it over and ends up finding the spot right between the hands of number 16, Walmsley, as the Lancers are now within 5, 11-6. Sito sends that one into the top of the net, right on the antenna, as the Beavers once again lead by 6, 12-6, and number 2, Goats will serve. Good spot received by Eichstead. Blocked at the net, sent back by Eberhardt, and sent back by Hiles, received by Willits. Sent back by Dobb, and can't be sent over by a lunging Eichstead, as the Beavers now halfway to a set 3 victory. And the Lancers 7 points away from the Beavers as the rest of JV emerges, with number 7, Micah Miller, heading down from varsity wearing the libero jersey. She'll be heading off after the first set of the JV game, as Sito sends a nice one to the corner off the hands of Butler and straight down. And the Lancers are now within 6, 13-7. Hamilton will enter for Sito, and number 13, Green, will head back to serve. Received by Butler, and off to the stage. Ace for Green, and the Lancers are now within 5, 13-8. To the back, received, and dumped over by Walmsley. Eberhardt sets it up too far, sent back to the back, saved, sent up, and immediately back by the Beavers. Set up for Miles to the back, saved by Hamilton. Green will send it up, and Eberhardt will send it over. Saved by Goats. Set for Torgensen, tipped off the hands of Eberhardt and drops down in front of Hamilton, as the Beavers now lead by 6, 14-8. Sends that one into the podium as the Lancers bring it back within 4, 13-9. And Meyer will serve, and number 11, Ellie Dobb. So now Meyer will exit, and number 11, Dobb will serve. To the back, received, sent back, and off the net by a diving Burns. 4 hits on the Beavers, and the Lancers now within 3, 13-10. Should be 14-10. Dobbs line serve, finds its way over, and sent back by Butler. Received by Dobb off of Eichstead into the Lancer bench, as the Beavers now lead by 5, 15-10. Scoreboard still says 14. And Walmsley will serve to the back. Too far. And the Lancers now within 3. We're going to go with 14 for now, I suppose. 14-11. And Sito will enter for Hamilton, and Eichstead will serve. And nope, supposed to be number 17, Eberhardt. Received, sent back, and over by Butler, sorry. Too far off the sideline as the Lancers now within 2, 14-12. Good spot, received, sent back, and just over the net, diving save by Eichstead, gets it up. Sito sends it back for Dobb, who can't get it in time, as the Beavers retake a 3-point lead, 15-12. And number 11, Miles, will head back to serve. She's had some great serving tonight. Trying to extend it late. That one off the face of Dobb and straight down. It'll be an ace for Miles as the Beavers now lead by 5, 17-12. Served by Miles. Nelner backs away for Eberhardt to take it. Eberhardt was not coming to get that, as the Beavers now lead by 6, 18-12. That one off the top of the net, and back to the Beavers side as the Lancers bring it within 5, 18-13. And number 14, Eichstead, will serve. To the back, received. Sent up for Butler to the back, saved by Eichstead. Sido sends it across, that finds its way over, sent into the net by Butler, tried to send it immediately back. Ended up getting off the side of her hand and too far down, as the Lancers now within 4, 18-14. And Eichstead will serve again. Into the net, and the Beavers retake a 5-point lead, 19-14, just 6 points away from taking the third and final set, and sending us to the JV game. November 23, Butler trying to find their way into the 20s. That one too far off the sideline. Lancers will bring it back to 4, 19-15. And number 2, Willits, will serve. Received. Sent across. And over by Torgensen, way too far off the back line. Lancers now within 3, 19-16. Another point for Lancers here, and the Beavers might want to consider taking a timeout. That one sent into the net, and the Beavers find the 20s, now with only a 4-point lead, 20-16. And number 3, Robinson, will serve, just 5 points away. To the back. Received by Eberhardt, into the net, saved off the net, unfortunately lands onto the Lancers side, hit the top. Sido nearly got that one off, unfortunately. Gets the unfavorable roll, as the Beavers now within 4 of a set 3 win. Sido sends it back, that one finds its way over, sent immediately back, saved by Sido, will send it back again, saved by Butler, sent across, and over by Torgensen, received by Willits. Sido sends it up, and Nelner will tip it over. Saved by Goetz. Set for Goetz. And saved by Eichstead. Sido sends it up and into the net, as the Beavers now lead by 6 and are just 3 points away, leading 22-16. Good spot by Robinson, off the face of Willits, and ends up going off the ceiling. Nearly got it over was Nelner, as the Beavers now within 2, 23-16, Lancers trailing by 7. Serve received by Eichstead. Set for Nelner, and ends up being blocked by the net on her attempted tip. And the Beavers now just 1 point away. They lead it by 8, 24-16, as Robinson will serve for the win. Received by Eichstead, sent immediately back, and drops it down into the hands of Green, and that'll do it. That was the final game of the year for the C team at home. They only have one remaining now at Indy Gilmanton. They lose it in 3 sets, 3-0, and we will send it to the JV game in about 20 minutes. And then following that will be varsity for their senior night. Hope you enjoyed the games. If you're not coming back, Beavers win it in 3, 3-0.